what symptoms I have now are leg spasms because of spinal cord lesions. I'm gonna look for anything that can stop this and improve my quality of life. There are no real risks of side effects, and I did the what literature was available, what studies were available. This clinic has given me a new lease on life, to be forced to have 4 to 6 years of remission for a person like me going the way that he was going. That is a miracle.
Good afternoon. Would you please tell us where you're coming from and what brought you to Swiss Medica?
I am coming from the state of Tennessee in the United States, and what brought me to Swiss Medica was the stem cell therapy and the treatment options that were offered here.
So, what diagnoses have you got? When were you diagnosed? And what kind of symptoms have you got right now? And how they challenge your life?
I was diagnosed with MS July of 22, and it's been a big, huge roller coaster. I have an aggressive I had an aggressive presentation to start, but it's been just boom, 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 And what symptoms I have now are leg spasms because of spinal cord lesions, and it's not fun. Definitely not fun at all.
How did you find out about stem cell therapy helping MS patients?
How did I find out about it? Well, I was misdiagnosed with a more deadly illness, and the physician was telling me that I'm in my 30s, and he was telling me that I'm going to need to go to a nursing home like within a year or two or something like that. And so I'm like, well, I'm gonna look for anything that can stop this and improve my quality of life.
So who offered you this kind of treatment? Did you came across it in the internet, or your neurologist, your physician presented you this option?
It is not FDA approved, so no doctor can talk about it. They can lose their license. You just have to figure it out yourself, or there are people like word of mouth, something like that, like somebody has a relative with MS and they did stem cell therapy somewhere and it helped them or whatever.
Have you considered other clinics? Because there are others out there. And what at the end of the day made you choose us, even though we are overseas?
Yes, there are other ways to do the hemopoietic stem cell transplant, yes. There are a lot of serious side effects and risks for it. And that's the chemotherapy and then the transplant or remap thing. You have a risk of cancer, so you have to do a PET scan. I did it so I don't have that risk of cancer, but also when they do that, it wipes out your natural immunity And so you are going to be at risk for infections for the rest of your life. And you get one crack at it. That's it. So yours is safer. There are no real risks of side effects. And I did the what literature was available, you know, what studies were available. And it does work about the same as hemopoietic bone marrow, you know, the transplant remap with chemotherapy. Yeah.
James, what results right now you're aiming for?
What results right now am I aiming for? I would be looking for a lessening of symptoms. It's a multi-aspect sort of situation, you know what I mean? Like, I had a lot of muscle atrophy from the treatments I was receiving, like I had mentioned with the misdiagnosis and everything. But this clinic has given me a new lease on life, you know, to be forced to have 4 to 6 years of remission for a person like me going the way that he was going. That is a miracle.
So would you please tell a little bit about the treatment plan that you're receiving here, apart from what does it consist of? And a couple of words about the medical stuff, if you can.
And a couple words about the medical stuff. The treatment plan will involve something that would be very, very, very cutting edge. The next step is I'm going to have the opportunity to come back and receive an infusion of neural stem cells. And that, in the United States, it's been done, like, studied, right? Because regenerative medicine is not profitable for drug companies. And it does lower disability. It does, alleviate or rewind the clock, I guess, for multiple sclerosis, yes.
So you still haven't mentioned about the medical part, the doctors, the nursing. Just a little bit of your first impression. You've been here with us for a week already.
Yeah.
So what can you tell about them? Honesty, only honesty.
It is very professional. It's like a hospital, but it's more like a hotel. Like, it's a hospital in a hotel is what's going on. You know, like the doctors, the nurses, they'll see you every day. The kitchen staff will ask you what you want, but you can go out, you can do what you want, you know. You can, it's a hospital with a hotel, you know, and it's kind of cool.
Does it mean that you're satisfied with the accommodations you received and the attention?
Yeah, I'd say so. You can hit a help button and the nurse will come see you right away, day or night. I would recommend it. You know, it's.
That was my next question. If you have any piece of advice for people having MS and looking for some alternative solutions to rewind the clock, like you say.
For people in the United States, the bone marrow with the chemo and stuff, that's in phase 2. of studies. Doing the transplant the way that Swiss Medica does it is in phase 1, only in New York City. So, like, I would be dead by the time it would get FDA approved, if at all, you know. Personally, I believe that using all the options at an individual's disposal is the practical thing to do. Swiss Medica Clinic, you know, it's I know that was brought up, you know, it's like when I was booking my flight to, or I was looking at flights to go to Belgrade, I was given an alert by the airline because there was a travel advisory by the U.S. Secretary of State about the presence of gangs and this and that and whatever. So I asked about the gangs, or, you know, it's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And,
so we couldn't show you any.
I have not seen any gangs. They're like, I'm sure there are, but there are gangs in the United States too, like a lot of pretty bad gangs. But no, it's just been it's a good area where this place is. I mean,
Do you feel safe and secured?
Yeah, you need a password to get in here. Not worried, not at all.
So there were no fears before coming here?
No.
Even though you were warned by by the United?
Yeah, there was well, I mean, you're going to a medical clinic. So it's, dude, you know, it's like not like you're hanging out in a hotel, so like a seedy hotel, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that'd be anywhere. If you went to some seedy hotel and you were walking around flashing money around, you'd probably attract the wrong element. But no, there's none of that here.
All right, thank you so much.